The power of gratitude. We all know what gratitude is. Gratitude is about being grateful. Grateful for your life, blah, 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 etc., etc. But what exactly is gratitude? Why should we use it? And how should we use it? So, gratitude is obviously being grateful, okay? So we want to, somebody helps us, we're grateful. We say, thank you very much, okay? It's polite, it's nice. But is there something else that we can do with gratitude? And the reality is that gratitude is one of the most powerful states of consciousness that we can enter. And we might ask ourselves, why is this the case? You see, there's various advantages to gratitude, okay? What gratitude does is it takes us out of being self-centered. It takes us out of being in victim consciousness and puts us back in a more responsive state of being, which is a very powerful thing in today's society where everybody's doing the blame game and blaming each other and so on and so forth, okay? So that's the first thing. It takes us out of this sort of blame kind of situation. I'm a victim, I'm happy, everybody calls me problems, poor me, poor me, poor me, okay? That's one thing which gratitude does. Also, there's this idea of the universal flow of energy, and the gratitude helps us work with this universal flow of energy, okay? So first of all, we have to understand what way the universe works, okay? What's normally sold to us is two things, fear and lack. We got to be afraid all the time, terrible things are going to happen, and we're going to lack all the time, okay? And this is how we've been trained to think within our society. But the reality is that we're actually co-creators in our reality. We're co-creators with God, with some higher energy power, call it what you will. We're actually capable of creating realities, okay? You look at the universe, it's so dark and dull, and maybe there's aliens somewhere, but they're far away if they're anywhere, because this is it, beautiful little planet, and then the vastness of and emptiness of space, okay? So this is a beautiful place that we've been given, and we're kind of mucking it up. But the point is, it can be, the world can be a much better place, and our lives can be a much better place. But we've got to work with this universal flow. So the way reality is sold to us is fear and lack. The way reality really is that we are co-creators in our reality, in our individual reality, and then as groups of people in our group reality, okay? We can be living in fear and lack, or we can be living in abundance and hope. It's the choice that we make individually. It's the choices that we make within society, okay? So what's this got to do with gratitude? Well, gratitude is being grateful for what we're looking for, because if we take a look at the law of attraction, what the law of attraction says is that whatever you think about and feel about regularly, this is what you attract into your life. And when we are grateful, we ask for something. We're asking for different things all the time. But then, do we receive what we're asking for, okay? So when we think of the universal flow of energy, if I ask for, say for example, I ask for a job, or I ask for a relationship, if when I get that job, I complain about it, or if I get that relationship, I complain about it, well then I'm not accepting the abundance of the universe. So out of the abundance of the universe, I ask for, say a job opportunity. And then a job opportunity comes, but it's not quite what I thought, or it's a little smaller, or it's only beginning. Because when we try and do something in life, we tend to get things which are small, and then those smaller things get big. We don't usually get the big whopper straight out of the first go, all right? So if we don't appreciate that, so let's say we want a career and we look for a job. The first job might be so hot, but we should appreciate that job, because now we're accepting the universal flow. We should be service oriented and doing our best to prove ourselves and to learn from that job and become better at that job and that career. And then a new opportunity will come, and a new opportunity, a new opportunity, a new opportunity. When we get bigger and bigger, it's kind of like a dynamo. Energy will increase and you'll get more opportunities. And over a period of months and years, it will grow. Well, if you are looking for, say, a job, a career somewhere, and as soon as you get that job, you get that career, it's like, ooh, it's not good, you moan and complain about it, you are stopping that flow. So using the law of attraction, you ask for the flow, but then you stop the flow by giving out about it. You're looking for a relationship with somebody, let's say a romantic relationship, for example, and somebody comes along, and then they turn out to not be perfect, and then you complain and get upset. Well, relationships are what you make, okay? It's like baking a cake or something. You get some raw ingredients, which is the individuals and their attributes, but then the two people have to work together to build something up over time. And you can't expect your romantic partner to be ideal, and you're not ideal either, but you have to work together. And if you work together over time, something good might come. Just like if you bake a cake, initially you got powder, and you got like different ingredients, wheat, all that sort of raising agents and so on. But then when you put it together and you bake it in the oven, baking it in the oven is baking through experience. So in a relationship, you either grow together or you grow apart. And so it's that togetherness, working through things together, and something good comes from it. So in the case of a bake a cake, raw ingredients, create a cake. In the case of a relationship, two individuals, two separate people join together and become a couple and develop that loving relationship, okay? So whatever you ask for in life, you must appreciate whatever you get, little crumbs at first, okay? You have to start somewhere, and to realize that when you begin something, you're starting small and it gets bigger over time, okay? So that universal flow will be stopped if we're complaining all the time, okay? So that is part of it, is the universal flow and being open to new opportunities. And usually when we start like a new career, or we move to a new city, or we try a new sport or activity, we suck at it initially because we're only finding our feet. Everything's raw, everything's rough, and over time we get better. So we have to start somewhere and be grateful for every little thing we get, okay? So like right now I'm making a video on YouTube, and I'll be in another few channels as well, or a few platforms. So it's small, but I have to appreciate everything I get at this stage. And if I appreciate it, I appreciate people taking their time out to watch this video, then it will grow. If I don't appreciate, if I start saying, oh, I put so much work into the videos and very few people watch them, it won't grow, and actually I'll give up on it, okay? But if I wanted to grow, I must appreciate. Even though it's so small now, I appreciate, and over time it will get bigger. So that's true for, you want to be good at art and design, or want to be good at art or karate or riding a motorbike or archery or something. It doesn't matter. Anything you do initially, you suck at it and it's small, but you're grateful for every little thing. So gratitude is accepting, you're asking the universe, and then you're accepting and appreciating the universal flow. Because we have to appreciate first, because when we're creating as co-creators, we're creating based on faith. What does faith mean? Faith means that we're looking for a result. But what most people want is the result and then the faith. Okay? So it's like I believe I'm good at maths when I get 90%. I believe I'm wealthy when I have $1 million in the bank. I believe I'm good at relationships when I have a girlfriend that's hanging around with me all the time. So we want to see the result, and then we say, oh, I have it. But that's not how the universe works. What the universe works is, I want something, I have the belief before it comes that I have it. And then I'm waiting for it, and then it will come. So you're actually working to create a reality, and the reality that you're working to create is coming, because we're always working towards the future. Right now, we're in the present and we're appreciating the present. We're living off of the efforts of yesterday and last week and last month and last year and so on. Tomorrow, we're living off of the efforts of today. So we should be working today for tomorrow. I can't work today for yesterday. And I can't work today even for today. I work today for tomorrow. So I'm creating a new future and creating a new reality. And I have to have faith before the results come. Because you see, it's not like the results come, therefore I have it. Say $1 million. I have $1 million and a millionaire. Yeah, technically, objectively, but how do I become a millionaire? I become a millionaire by believing I am a millionaire. It's in the process of happening, and then the money will come. Okay? So we have to have faith. And gratitude is the basis of faith, is gratitude. And when we have gratitude, it will come. So that's the universal flow. The other thing is we have to look at sanity, okay? And dealing with life issues and protecting ourselves. There's a lot of research out there where they've researched people who had gratitude were less depressed, less mental anxiety, and so on and so forth. And let's say, for example, something happens to you today and it's a knock. And we get lots of knocks in life, okay? if I try at the end of my day to find something to be grateful for, no matter how hard it is, it softens me, it relaxes me. It's like jumping into a hot pool or a hot bath in the evening time, just relaxing, okay? It's the same thing. So when we look for gratitude in every difficult situation, we look for something to be grateful for, it takes away the bitterness, because when we have tough situations and it makes us feel bitter, okay, it makes us feel upset. The thing with those tough situations, like, it's burning off our nurturing energy. It's burning off what the Chinese would call the yin energy. Nurturing energy is burnt off. We feel dry, we feel hot, we feel bothered and irritated. So we need something to make us feel nurtured. And so looking for something to get into the habit of having gratitude makes us feel not so pressured, okay? A little anecdote, I remember, I didn't know this guy personally, but some guys I worked with knew him. He was riding his motorbike very fast, and he was many years ago, and he crashed his bike at 110 miles an hour. It's about 180 kilometers per hour, and he hit a pole or one of those electrical, boxes or whatever on the side of the road. And you think when that guy came through, he'd be really upset. Now, he had loads of broken bones, but he wasn't paralyzed, and he would make a recovery. And that guy, when he woke up, he was smiling. And people go, "Why are you smiling? You're just a terrible accident, you're in a mess." But he was smiling because the last thing he saw was that electrical box that he was heading towards, and he thought he was going to die. And he was happy to be alive. That is a very nice sign of gratitude. Is in a tough situation, well, it could be worse, it could be dead. It could be worse, could have lost my leg. It could be worse, I could have lost my other leg. So gratitude will pull the desperation out, pulls hope out of desperation. So I'm not saying you're not having tough times at certain times, but each day we should try and look for something to be grateful for. It will help us and support us and protect us in life, and make us feel better when we find something to be grateful for. So there is an exercise that we can try. We can try gratitude any time of the day, but I like the idea of a gratitude exercise in the evening. And how you do this gratitude exercise in the evening is fairly simple. You just create an inventory of your day in the evening. And what it is, you look over your day and see what happened in your day and find things to be grateful for. Now, I was raised a Roman Catholic, and one of the old techniques they had in the Roman Catholic system for like priests and nuns and so on, monks, was to have an inventory of the day and look for sins and then look for the forgiveness of God, which sounds a bit negative, okay? If you can do that if you like, if that's your thing. Definitely when you do an inventory, you might find that you did some nasty things. And I'm not into guilt. I'm not into feeling bad. But if you did something bad, accept that you did bad and try and make up for it. But don't go around looking for bad things. We're looking for good things, but if we see bad things, we should learn from those bad things. So let's get back to the good things. So you go back through your day and you find some stuff that you did that you could be grateful for, happy for in some way. I got a puncture, but I got home before I got to the garage. This happened to me many times. I ran out of fuel just as I drove into the garage, okay? I broke down, but I didn't, I only had to push the bike a mile. I fell off my bike, but I didn't break my leg. I fell off my bike, I broke one leg, but not the other leg. Find something to be grateful for. And the thing with this gratitude exercise is that if you try your best to find something to be grateful for in every day, something somewhere that wasn't as bad, couldn't have been as bad, is that you will expand your ability to appreciate, okay? What we tend to find is, young people, for example, often don't appreciate much. And as we get more experience, then we appreciate more. So this is an active exercise of making ourselves appreciate life situations. And you're expanding your capacity to appreciate. And that makes you happier and happier with less and less. Not that you should be living with less and less, but we should be happier with less and less, okay? That we don't need so much, and we're happy to just have, small things. Another little anecdote I like to say sometimes was when I was growing up as a teenager, and I remember one day I was out in the morning with my dad, and the next door neighbor, he had a lot of problems with arterial problems and little mini strokes and blood clots and stuff, and a lot of discomfort. And my father said, "Good morning." We all say good morning, it's a normal thing to say. And my neighbor said, it's always a good morning when you're still alive, okay? Because if anybody's ever had this, you're feeling really sick at night, and maybe we're on death's door, maybe we weren't on death's door, we're really, really sick. When you wake up in the morning, when you feel a bit better in the morning, it's like you feel happy, you appreciate, you have gratitude for the morning, okay? So this guy at nighttime was having all sorts of health problems. So when he woke up in the morning and he was still alive and he felt better than he did an hour or two ago because the nighttime was struggling a bit. So he felt happy. He was grateful for the small thing, because when you think you're going to die, you get happy for very small things. But you don't have to wait till you're dying to get happy for small things, okay? We can be happy at any time, and we can be grateful at any time. So that was like a little shock to me as a young guy in my teens. Like, oh my God, yeah, because, I'd never had any problems with health or anything. And so, just be grateful for small things. It will make you more appreciative of everything in life and everybody in life. And in the process, this will cure things like victim consciousness, where you're always blaming others, always feeling like you're not getting enough. Um, Another variation we could say on this is Stephen Covey and his idea of the or image he has of the circle of influence. You got circle of influence, circle of concern, and he's basically saying you should spend more time on the circle of influence is things you can change, circle of concern you can't change. So don't focus too much on more politics, focus more on things you can change in your life. Okay, that's another example of focusing what you can focus on. So when we are in a victim consciousness and we're blaming everybody and negativity, we're very focused on our circle of concern. We're very focused on everything that upsets us, and we can start being upset by more and more and more things. When we focus more on like appreciating, having gratitude, we're building our circle of influence, and we work on things that we can influence, and we become more empowered and stronger, okay? So that's basically it with gratitude. And I would say, so for if you want to receive what the universe has to give you, be grateful. If you want to maintain your sanity and comfort yourself, be grateful. If you want to stop playing the blame game and get on and become more responsible and proactive in life, be grateful. So gratitude is, like I said, the key to hope, the key to faith is based upon gratitude. And you'll get what you want in life by having gratitude, and out of that comes faith, and out of that comes the things that you want. Because when you have faith in what you want, your dreams will be fulfilled, because we begin by having the faith and the vision, and then we pull the reality towards us. The reality doesn't hit us first. We start off with the vision and we pull it towards us, okay? And that is the power of gratitude. The final thing as well with the exercise night, the itinerary exercise, it's a good way of developing awareness, and how we can change how we grow as people is by becoming more self-aware, and it will definitely raise our self-awareness, because often we go through like days, like we can't remember what I did yesterday, the day before, it's still a blur. When you start going over like an itinerary of your day, you'll start remembering what you did last week and so on. You'll have it'll improve your memory power, especially if you do it in reverse. You can do it in reverse, like nighttime to daytime, which is hard, but develop your memory. And in general, it will make you more self-aware. And self-awareness is what's going to help you raise your game and be more proactive in life. So that's the power of gratitude. Do not underestimate it. It's your best friend. It will help you live a healthy and happy life, a proactive life, and move forward with your life, okay? So can't underestimate this one. And you can go deep into it, look up articles, books, videos. There's a lot more detail we could go into in gratitude. It's a very powerful thing, gratitude. It really is so powerful, because it puts us in the right position between ourselves and God, ourselves and nature, ourselves and reality, that we appreciate, and that makes us proactive agents of change in the world. And it's quite amazing, really. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.